They called me a genius, but I went 3 whole years without awakening, and every skill I had was a forbidden spell. A basic fireball evolved into the forbidden spell Wrath of the Fire God. One move, and every monster in the Nightmare Dungeon got wiped out. In this world where the game merged with reality, everyone awakens a class at 18 to fight off invading monsters. This year, I finally managed to awaken, but my classmates laughed at me and my girlfriend dumped me in front of everyone. The class I awakened? A basic C-rank mage, the most generic thing out there. Meanwhile, my girlfriend awakened an A-rank hidden class, Flower Fairy. She figured I wasn't on her level, but what nobody knew was I had awakened a second class. A 3S hidden class so rare the awakening totem couldn't even read it, the Son of Competition. And it came with 2 talents. 1, every skill I learn gets evolved into a forbidden spell. 2, I can use any skill once at 0 cost. A C-rank mage naturally starts with a basic fireball, and under the Son of Competition's evolution, it went straight to forbidden spell, Wrath of the Fire God. So I headed to the beginner dungeon, Dark Forest, hyped to test out this forbidden spell. Not long after I got in, I ran into a level 3 Storm Leopard. Fast, hits hard, the most annoying mob in the beginner dungeon. I wasn't taking any chances. I immediately cast the forbidden spell, Wrath of the Fire God. Fireballs shot out in wild patterns and formed a massive magic circle. A blazing pillar of fire erupted from the center, the energy growing more and more violent, like it was about to tear the whole world apart. It wasn't until a massive figure appeared that the energy finally settled down. The Storm Leopard just froze, completely stunned. Bro, I'm only level 3. Was all that really necessary? It turned and bolted into the mountains. But the Fire God wasn't letting it get away. One palm strike, and that brutal fire energy rippled out in every direction. The entire beginner dungeon went up in flames. The shockwave was so massive, people all the way in the city felt it. Lord Zhao was shook, a skill that powerful as forbidden spell tier, and the number of people in the entire country who can pull that off, you could count them on 2 hands. Why would anyone blow a forbidden spell, something that drains you that hard, in a beginner dungeon? He immediately sent his men to investigate. Meanwhile, my ex was all lovey-dovey with the Lord's son, because young Master Zhao had awakened a hidden class, the Fire Baptism Saint. He promised to carry her through leveling up, and that's exactly why she dumped me. But the little fireball he threw? Compared to my Wrath of the Fire God, that's like a firefly trying to outshine the moon. As the flames died down, the Dark Forest was left in ruins. Before I could even appreciate what the forbidden spell had done, kill notifications started popping off like spam. I could barely see straight. 1 skill, just 1, and it cleared out every single monster in the dungeon. My level immediately skyrocketed to 20, and on top of that, the monsters dropped a ridiculous amount of gear. Most of it was bronze tier, but with this many pieces, I could sell it all for a fortune. What really caught me off guard was a rare drop, an Earth-type beginner skill book. I was hyped. Since I can evolve every skill I learn into a forbidden spell, that meant I now had another forbidden tier skill ready to go. I immediately learned the Flying Stone technique. And sure enough, under the Son of Competition's effect, it evolved straight into a forbidden spell, Sigh of the Mountains. With this new skill locked in, I decided to move on and grind somewhere else. I headed over to the Wolfrun Mountain Range, and to my surprise, my ex and her crew showed up there too. When she found out I was there to level up, she burst out laughing. This was a high-level dungeon. The mobs in here weren't something a solo low-tier mage with no party could handle. Young Master Zhao jumped in too, saying if I got down on my knees and begged, he'd maybe carry me through. I ignored them. But before heading in, I warned them to stay back, because an earthquake was about to hit. They didn't listen. They actually followed me in just to watch me get stomped by mobs. But when they got inside, they found I had already teleported to the deepest part of the dungeon, where the intelligent pack creature, the Brutal Bear, lived. They were sure I was dead. Until the very next second, a golden magic circle appeared in the depths of the dungeon. That was me, casting my new Earth-type forbidden spell, Sigh of the Mountains, picking up from episode 24. After school, continuing from episode 25, picking up from episode 24. Back on Zhao Changsheng's side, they felt the tremors too. My ex started to panic. Wait, did Guya actually cause this earthquake? No way. Guya's just a regular mage. How could he cause something this massive? The Lord's Manor still hadn't figured out who was behind the beginner dungeon incident, and now they were picking up energy surges from a high-level dungeon. He immediately called it up the chain. This was way above their pay grade. Meanwhile, I couldn't care less what any of them were thinking. I looked at the massive crater in front of me. Those ferocious, brutal bears had all turned into loot, and I grabbed every last bit of it. Tons of great drops, but no skill book this time. Still, my level shot straight up to 50. Then, a Blessing Spirit Rhino crawled out of the crater. A rare spirit beast that had been hiding beneath Wolfrun Mountain, only revealed because the mountain had been shattered. This thing carried traces of dragon bloodline, an absolute gem. I cut my palm right away and moved to form a contract, making it my first spirit beast. But the moment it tasted my blood, it started evolving, transforming straight into an ancient sacred beast, the twin-headed Chimera.